Didn't you find it just a tiny bit suspect that these missionaries left their wife and family and cleared off to darkest Africa to save the natives? Absolute nonsense. Do you know the life expectancy of a minister on the...
Father!
Oh, excuse the interruption. Yes, life expectancy, I was something crazy, like 6 months in the bite of darkest Africa there. Gold Coast, was it called? I'm not talking about Australia, I'm talking about Africa, back in the, was it early 19th century? Not sure. But life expectancy was terrible. I mean, something crazy, like 6 months on average. I mean, they died of the fever and, I mean, apart from being eaten by the locals, perhaps. I don't know. No, I don't think there was cannibalism there. Slavery, of course. Was to be slavery, wasn't it? Yeah. So perhaps it's a bit earlier in history. How many marriages have been ruined by a devotion to religion and the goals of religion? Not a devotion to God and the love of God. Not a trust in, well, keeping your commitment to those you committed yourself to. But putting God first is not to ditch the wife and kids, you know. I mean, that doesn't make sense, does it? I had the good fortune to talk to my friend in the organic shop. Goodness, he's a revelation, I can tell you. His view is that women are not like men. Well, of course, that's not entirely new to most men. But a man, well, I think his view strongly came across that men are loyal, whereas women are incredibly variable. And I suppose, by bitter experience, well, I think he could be right. But, well, Mum was very loyal to me, but of course I was her child. But she did find me impossible as a grown-up. You know, I mean, vegetarian was pushing my luck, I can tell you. She never adapted to that. And, well, to say to her, you know, I've come to believe in God, well, that just, her response was, you'll grow out of it. I didn't get much support on being an independent thinker, you know, I mean. I think there was a view that women never forget. They sort of hate you to the grave. Certainly my mum was good at that. Hating Dad, way beyond the grave. 30 years or so. My first wife to this day won't talk to me. Yeah, I don't know what terrible things I'm supposed to have done wrong. The second wife's quite different. She married again and not the same sort of chat with me at all, not remotely, but she's friendly with me when I, you know, when I do see her. And of course we share a child. Well, I share a child with each wife. The third one hates me beyond all measure, but it's interesting to see an Oriental way of hating you. It's no holds barred, I can tell you. God, dear. But the female of the species is more deadly than the male. And I can laugh about it at this distance, but it's devastating at the time. Utterly devastating. So, my hope is that my friend's wrong, but my experience is that he could well be right. But it's a very small sample. That's my argument. What I did pick up from him that I felt was reliable, because it just confirms my view already, of course, was that, well, yes, because we project onto the woman that they think like we do. We project far more than that. We project, that they're going to be consistent with all the values that we have and so forth, and of course they're not. I mean, as an individual, they wouldn't have had the same background as you or me or whoever, any more than I've had the same background as them. We cannot come up to what they take to be the case before knowing their partner well and finding out that he or she is not like that. Well, needless to say, my my friend is not married, still looking after his little girl, just as Marshall is. Well, when I get the opportunity. He does get the opportunity. I think it's a bit more forthright than I am. But I feel my daughter's mum is loving to my daughter, so, and her daughter, of course, the same person. So that's okay. And yes, and I do know how a mum can absolutely hate her husband but love her child. I mean, I've been brought up in that situation. So I'm not too worried for my daughter's sake. I'm only concerned to make sure I remain in her life. I'm there for her, and she knows that. And that's lovely. Yeah. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.